When you signed up with real estate sales, did we live up, real estate sales and the coaches live up to your expectations?
We brought in some income. I think we closed on 3 homes and brought in some income, well enough for me to quit my day job. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. How important are the leads to your success, do you believe?
Well, especially where we don't know a lot of people and we're kind of new to this in this area. I think right now it's very, finding the homes, I think it's very important.
How important is the coach or the mentor that comes with it? I mean, do you think there would be a lot of questions, you'd be faking it till you make it type thing without him?
Yeah. No, I absolutely think it answers, our discussions answered questions and also gave us confidence. We weren't sure how the process went. After closing 3, we've developed a little confidence. You were talking that relationships are important. I think, from that experience, I know that people were trying to take our last client away from us, and because of the relationship, she wasn't going to change. It had gone on for a long enough time that the contract, the date on it expired, but she wanted to stick with us because we'd been honest and fair and done what we said we'd do, and I guess she had confidence in us to treat her fairly. And then I've had on the buyer end, I have buyers that call me up and say, "Hey, can you find any more properties?"
Do you feel like we gave you the tools that you needed to get where you wanted to go to succeed and get those closings?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get used to the process?
I guess probably both of us were pretty comfortable. By the time we closed on the second or third one, we were starting to get comfortable with it, starting to have confidence when we went and met with people. When we first went out and looked at places, we were eager to jump on anything. We just wanted to get something under contract. I would say that's changed. I think we trust a little bit of our instincts, a little bit of what we learned. We see if there's opportunities. We also don't want to be, wasting on time on situations that are kind of like no-win situations. So we kind of start to recognize that.
Or kind of help refresh my memory. If I remember, just looking over the notes, you guys started sending letters not too long after you started sending letters. You started getting contracts. We started building relationships. Not long after you got your first couple contracts, you got a sale. I mean, wasn't it like a week after you got that contract that you had a sale?
Yeah.
And then then it kind of snowballed from there, because then you sold the second, and then a couple weeks later you sold the third. Is that right?
Yeah, it was all going like that from September up to let's say the 1st of December.
Well, let's go back to the beginning and talk about your first call. What was that like?
It was nerve-wracking. Yeah, nerve-wracking. Well, we called you a lot about, on our comps, are we doing it right? And are we seeing it right? And like I said, over time, after you start doing we did several calls. We didn't always land get the contract on it. But after a while, you start developing the feel for what you think it will sell for. And just by looking at so many comps and what you might be able to turn it in the condition that it's in. So I think that's kind of where our knowledge and confidence grew a little bit also.
Okay. Yeah, and it's the more you do, the better you get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. let's talk about the option contract and the site visit, meeting with them at the property. What was that like? I mean, did you get much opposition with the option contract or anything like that working with the motivated seller?
And then other people, they just felt like, they didn't have anything to lose. If you got it sold for them, it was great. The only thing they were going to give up is maybe 60 days or 90 days.
So on the option contract, the consideration, how much do you normally put on there?
$5.
$5. Yeah, I still to this day use a dollar bill.
Yeah, no, I don't know, we just say, would it be worth it to you for $5? And they always, the ones that do say, sure, I'll do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So have you ever had to
go ahead?
So have you ever had to borrow money from the bank or anybody to be able to get these properties?
No.
What do you think is the hardest part of the process?
Of course, I think your sales presentation and your interaction with people, your relationships is important also.
Right. I'm asking for benefit for later for me to know if I've done everything that I can do. Do you feel like I've been there for you, been able to answer the questions, give you the confidence to be able to do what needs to be done?
Yeah. I can even remember, having conversations where, I was almost willing to accept anything, and you said, be cautious of that. You could be putting a lot of time into it.